say charge 20 mil and 15 mil. You know, cartel money small right now. Like compared to, I mean, to sell out an arena is a big thing, eh? That's not an easy feat. That's all I'm
I
gonna say,
mean,
man. Like to sell
it's not even just to
20,000
sell out.
tickets,
It's not even
he
just
could
to
have
sell
sell a
out an arena,
stadium.
right? It's not just to sell out an arena. It's to sell out an arena 2 nights back to back,
Yeah.
and to have such a diverse catalog that majority of where you perform the first night, you didn't have to repeat and perform the second night. To
Yeah.
have such a a interconnected network where the people that come out on your first show ain't who want to come out on your second show. You ain't had to
Okay.
bring out Spice 2 nights, right? You know what I mean? You bring out Fabulous and Neo one night. You bring out this person one night. Like he just went to Atlanta. He bring out Akon in Atlanta. Like he bring out different people. So the man is showing out. People rate the man too.
People rate the
Can't take it
man.
from the man, right? Can't take it from the man.
Not only that, people rate the man. How you think that man feel though? No, some of these people will perform. You think they are right?
Amy,
You think they're like
people like people. No,
some of them man
some of these people like who you talking
no
about? Like who?
no some of the
No,
people
give me an
like will
example.
come out with cartel and so. Okay, who would be a perform with cartel? Like you would figure it might just get a shine versus I think okay for Freedom Street. I know it's said that nobody else get paid. Everybody that was just respect to the man, respect to the man. I would think Spice getting paid, so I wouldn't complain about that.
Spice and
I guess
Shensia,
Ali,
Spice and Shensia getting paid.
you think
Master
Sensia
do
get
the show
paid,
with Master.
but you in there, it wasn't really a show, so them they more like a little cameo. Spice
But
dog,
so
Spice has a whole set
okay, so
with
a
him
cameo is
more
different. A
so.
cameo is different. If you just do a run on stage, run off stage, that's a little different, right? But if
Yeah,
you
yeah, because
so so so
that was Massacre.
that, that,
That
that's a
was
little
Massacre
different.
in
But
Atlanta. He sing
yeah,
two
but in
songs. He
Massacre
sing
case, but in Massacre case, Massacre is also in a position where Massacre has
Massacre got the
moved
man
up,
too.
right? Massacre has
Yeah,
moved up. Massacre is no longer just the new artist. Massacre now, like you said, Massacre got the man. Massacre could do a stage show, just like how Carter would do his own stage show. Massacre could do his own stage show and bring out the people them. Like I don't want to do a
yeah.
stage show a couple weeks back and bring out, you know what I mean? But if you're an artist and you don't really got that kind of cachet, it might take away again.
No, Massacre
What I also
definitely
say,
could go up all.
what I also realize is that um Carter don't really bring out too much people who don't got that kind of cachet there. Carter can watch it who you bring out to, eh? Because if nobody now watch your Carter now watch you there.
Well, I mean, in some cases, the first show, when he bring out Jamal, may not really be no Jamal, but I guess he had it tune, you know. He bring out thing, he bring out
They,
the Rasta
they bring up
partner.
Baker.
Who?
Baker.
And then he bring out the Rasta dude who had to jump over the into the water the time. Shop down.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, he not had no real. I mean, he might had vibes, but not like. So let's not act like Cartel no don't boss a whole heap of artists too. Like that's something that he's done. Where you got the Popcorn, you got the Da Vinci's, the Black Rhinos, the Tamale, you know. He boss a lot of artists.
But remember that I have always said that, and that has always been my reason why I always said that Bounty has been a bigger pillar in dancehall music than Beanie. I've always said that the reason why I put Bounty over Beanie is because Bounty has lineage.
Yeah,
What Beanie would do is if you get a little hot, Beanie would attach himself to you for a little bit, and then when your
yeah.
wave start to fade, Beanie jump off and find the next hot thing. Right? That's why
Agreed.
I would look at it. Now, when you look at Cartel, Cartel also got significant lineage.
Well, hey,
Significantly. Hey, I want to talk like I see it. Cartel has significant lineage, right? So you're looking at
Yeah.
because even when you look at people want to say, okay, I don't your was a bounty artist, but Cartel think I don't your name,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? And then that's when I don't turn around a couple years later and say, I am me daddy who one vex, go on vex. You know what I mean? Right? You got the popcorn, you got your Sean Star, you got your Black Widow, your Da Vinci, you got your Gaza Spice, a Gaza Slim, all of that. You know what I mean? So it's just what it is. The man put in he work and he bossy people them too. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that is where you got to respect Carter, you got to respect Bounty, where they not only had a good career, but they were also
Mm-hmm.
able to develop careers of other people. So I wasn't the only one to succeed or after my success. Other people make it
Yeah.
happen for me too. And you can't knock that. That
What
is
do you
true
think is the
success.
full so in terms of it, music fest? Cause I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell no lie, you know. My ticket to go SK was booked the day after they announced Cartel, you know. And
Mm.
after I bought my ticket, everybody else I talked to, they're telling me the price was triple the price that I paid for mine per ticket. So what do you think is the full economic impact to sink it? I know you talk about the charter, right? I mean,
Um,
why the
I
charters,
gonna
but
be honest with you. I will
yeah.
be honest with you and tell you that it shows. It also shows flaws as well, right? It is
What do you
great
mean?
economically. You're gonna make a lot. You're gonna make a lot of money. The bars gonna make a lot of money. The restaurants gonna make a lot of money. Taxi man gonna make a lot of money. Even man who just got a car and open the back seat and pick up people gonna make a lot of money. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're gonna make a lot of money, but it also shows that they're lacking hotel rooms as well.
Boy?
They're lacking hotel rooms. And me and you went through this. We were looking for things. You know how we go. Lacking hotel rooms.
Because yeah, I call Marat tell me 600 boy for the a double bed. Like what? A double bed, 600 a night. Where you stay? It's
Nothing
like,
special. Like ain't like an ocean view. Ain't like you wake up
no,
and see the sunrise. I will see the
the
sunset.
garden view.
You
Actually,
you
it's
you
the
you
cheap.
facing the bush.
It's the
Oh,
cheapest room they got. It's the cheapest room they
all the
have, and
while.
it's the only room they have available. And they only tell me that because they have to give me a room. You know what I'm saying? Once I book within 24, because I had to call the help desk, like, yo, what's going on? I trying to book a room here. And man say, okay. Um, all I'm seeing here is and the lady that I'm speaking to and so surprised. All I'm seeing here is a double bed. Um, garden view for 600 a night. Not
You
and
understand?
there nothing else. Nothing else. Carter. Okay, let me also put this out there, Reese. Carter
What?
being back on the scene has kind of revived dancehall. You know, the man bring back an energy in a dancehall right now. Like,
I I would not say that he has revived dancehall. What I would say, he has revived a few careers. People who we didn't check for,
no,
like your Da Vinci, like your Black Rhino. We didn't check for them. No, Papi and Tamili, them still. We're not gonna move like Papi and Tamili career fall off so big because Carter was over. Like Papi and Tamili. Matter of fact, you might have that chance where you just say, Papi might run dance for a year or two, right?
yeah,
Um, Alkaline would have had the chance where he run dance. Masca had the time where he'd run it. TJ had the time where he run summer. Everybody had a little time, right? Even I don't know. Everybody had a little time where they run where they run the things. The thing about it is now, so many artists them that we had like, but their relevancy disappeared when Cartel disappeared. They're not relevant again. Like I also know we start talking about like you got Gaza Hindu and Gaza Slim. Ah, like you start talking about these kind of people. We them when Carter disappeared, them disappear too. Carter went to jail and Curry went to jail too. Carter come back, we start to talk about them again. But we're not gonna make it seem like dancer was in such a slump because I watch videos when TJ dropped drift. I watch videos of man in Japan on a boat doing the drift dance like it's them make the dance. You know what I mean? Them man got all the way party in Japan and Japan is going crazy with the dancehall thing. So dancehall has always been there, but Cartel has revived a few careers.
Not just a few careers, right? So what I meant was, for a very long time, dancehall was always it, because when it comes to any kind of music that belongs to the melanated population, you have R&B, you have hip hop, those are like the main staple in mainstream. But then outside of mainstream, then you started to hear about things like calypso and soca and dancehall, and then Afrobeats. And Afrobeats was wailing out, of course, for a bit, and it almost like it still is. Like, I see how you watch me just now. I get it. It still is, but it just felt like Afrobeats was being propelled forward, and Afrobeats' main competitor was dancehall, right? Not that music is a competition, but in terms of style and flow, like cadence and rhythm, and they're similar. So Afrobeats seemed like it was outpacing dancehall. You just all you was hearing about was Afrobeats, 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 Afrobeats. No, you definitely had the big artists them what made the name. You had the Alkaline got a strong fan base, right? um Massacre definitely strong fan base. Bounty Killer strong fan base. Them man got a strong fan base, but in terms of the genre dancehall itself, it just felt like it was a bit flat. It just felt like it was missing a certain energy, energy. And Japan has always been a supporter of the culture, right?
Hey,
Right?
let me know when I got
Japan has always been a support. You could talk soon. Japan has always been a supporter of the culture, right? So, so I get what you're saying with Japan, but the energy is here. You know what I mean?
okay.
When you talk
I
about,
could I could take a I could take a drink and
go
then talk.
ahead,
I take a
go
drink.
ahead.
All right, check it out.
Yeah,
What has changed? What has changed in the last year? We just get a year. Is that visas have been granted, right?
yeah,
Being get back your visa, um, Bounty get back your visa. I, I kind of start to get the paperwork together.
yeah,
Understand that we as a consumer base, especially within Western society, we look at everything that goes on in America. If you're boss in America, you're boss. Right? That's why every artist wants saying to Sony, Interscope, or Universal. Once you're boss America, you're boss. Now everybody started to come back to US soil. So you feel that rejuvenated spirit because everybody know back in USA. It's not that Beanie and Bounty wasn't selling out shows in Jamaica or through the Caribbean, but we wasn't looking at it that way. But now they're coming back to the US soil. What? 20,000 in Barclays? We watching that. I don't know about the party in the where it was USB arena, UBS arena, whatever it's called. We watching that. Bounty Gas show coming up July 5th in the I think is in the Barclays, I think it is. Uh we watching that. Beanie had a show. We starting to pay attention now because now everybody back at US soil. Right? And that's why we're watching. And that is where everything is coming in. The fact that
Well,
everyone now has regained travel rights. That's why you're watching. Cause it's not like
uh,
Beanie and Bounty ain't been singing music festival since they lose the visa. And they ain't performing
I think Beanie been
a
there,
reggae song fest. And then Beanie was there. No, Beanie was there when he was in VIP when Barry Sam was on stage. He performed at White Sands
but
this
that's my
Sunday.
point. That's my point. You focus on
So we
the
there.
so you Okay, so
We
I
there.
mean, that's a valid point. That's a valid point, right? The U.S. market is always, a strong, a strong indicator for a lot of things. But honestly, I wasn't even thinking about the U.S. market. I wasn't even thinking about the shows that you just mentioned, right? I'm just thinking about the energy because the presence. Because what you found was you didn't have the presence of dancehall in social media. So now that Vibes Cartel is back and Vibes Cartel is on social media, you have dancehall in your face all the time on social media. You don't really had no
Ah,
artists. No, you don't really
okay,
had no artists like that
okay,
outside in
but
social media doing too
no
much
no
things. So now
no
you
that
feel that energy.
that I agree with you with. And I agree with you with that because, and even before Carter went to prison, I don't know if you remember on stage when he did the 1 hour interview with
Yeah,
him for the video
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
the all pick.
yeah, yeah,
And there's
yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
quotables out of that interview alone. It showed you that Carter was media prepared. The issue is that you have a lot of these individuals who ain't comfortable in front of a camera. A lot of man can't talk,
Yeah.
you know. Like let's not act and play like we don't. A lot of man cannot speak. And that's why you see a lot of
Yeah.
interviews that these artists on is gonna be 15 and 20 minutes. Cause they can't talk. Cartel could sit down and talk for a 1 hour, 2 hours. And that's what you see with the Drink Champs interview. He did the interview with Hat 97 interview with Breakfast Club. Like he's moving around
Hmm.
because he's comfortable speaking.
Yeah.
Now everybody can do that. And this is where it comes down now to having the right team around you.
Hmm.
Right? You got the right team around you, someone that could prepare you for these things. It's different. Like I don't even feel like Cartel is a man that you got to send your questions to before he do his interview. I feel like Cartel just ready to go.
No, no, no.
Some of
You
these
ready to go?
artists,
Open book.
you got to send your stuff in, and then the team got to
Yeah.
vet them, and then they still can't answer the question, even though they don't have they don't have the question before, they still can't answer it. So Cartel got that little thing, that little sprinkle sauce. Cartel got it, and
Well,
that is
down
what
me
make
talk
Cartel
about.
so genius.
Yeah, that's all me
I mean,
talk
you look
about.
at
That's what me talk about.
I don't know I don't know this do his first interview in 10 years. I don't know said 10 years it take him to do an interview. 10
Yeah,
years. And I
because now
don't know
they
done one
see.
couple summer well. I don't know done one couple summer well. I don't know done have song like yeah. I don't know done
You
one
know what I
couple
mean?
summer since Carter went jail, and I don't know still refuse
Yeah,
to do interview. Right?
that's what I'm talking about.
Massacre really only start doing interview recently. A lot of these man don't. A lot of these man cannot do interviews, and that is where the problem is coming in. That's where a lot of people falling short because they don't know how to represent themselves in front of a camera, and the fear of messing up is a big fear. Cartel understand, hey, I could go out here and do it. What this enemy knows, I'm out.
I'm out.
No, what Cartel tell you?
You know, that's what I'm saying. So no, you feel the space again. You feel the space because it's not just music. So here's how I'm gonna put it. Even though Carter was behind bars, right? It just felt like all the other artists were behind bars because you didn't have these artists having all these conversations. You didn't have you're not seeing them. So they might drop a tune, the tune hot, but you're just not feeling the energy because they're just not out there. Like a man like an alkaline. I always say I don't get alkaline style, right? You alkaline just do not interact with his fans. The people that will make him.
No,
And I guess that's a part of
no,
his mystique.
I understand Alkaline. Because remember when Alkaline first was Alkaline was doing interviews until it was found out that he had can. Because remember Alkaline was lying to everybody and tell everybody that he tattooed eye. And
Why
once
he do
everything
that?
came out about his eyes were fake, Alkaline disappeared. He would release music, but Alkaline not doing the interview because that's the main question that everybody wanted to ask. That's the question. If you interview Alkaline, you have to ask that question. Once it came out that
After
the eyes were
years?
fake, you have to ask the question. You
Too
cannot
many
go
years
interview Alkaline and not ask
passed.
the question. No,
I
you still got to
mean, yeah. I mean, he
you
bring
still
it
got to
back
do it.
with BT, and then the BT
I mean,
interview that I see was short. It was like, what was that?
if I
You know?
if I interview Alkaline, I would ask, what's up with the eyes?
No, it's not that. I want to believe it's more of the constant cartel question. You know what I mean? The constant, you are a shadow of Vibes Cartel. And the honest truth is, if Alkaline was to pay homage to Vibes Cartel, that question would go away. You wouldn't get that question anymore. You see what I'm saying? The longer he's
Yo, you mute. Hey, you mute. You mute. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Check your mic.
Try again. You hear me now?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, I don't know what happened just now. When was the last time you heard? Oh, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, what Javan said, alkaline style. He was antisocial, avoiding people. I wanted to have to change his image, do his own thing. Man,
That sound any
I
better?
understand that he want. Yeah, he sound
Testing,
better.
testing.
No,
One,
much
two,
better.
three. Okay. Okay. So I think, right. What I was saying is the longer he acts as if Vibes Cartel had no impact on his career, the more that question is going to hover over him and because honestly, that's what I think he wants. He tired of that, you know. He wants not to be asked, "What about Vibes Cartel? Who has
Okay, but
influenced you?" You know,
okay,
he
but
don't want to hear that
let's be
anymore.
like let's be real. Let's be real, right? Like this. This stupidness that's the stupidness that's going on, right? If
Yeah,
you're an artist and your boss after 2009, cartel influence you.
yeah.
If your boss between 2005 and 2009, you might say a Beanie or Bounty or somebody influence you. Your boss before that, you might say a Ninja Man or Buju influence. Everybody was influenced by somebody.
Have to.
Everybody was. If I decided I'm gonna go sing music today, I was influenced by Agent Sasko, Cartel, Marshall, whoever. Somebody got to influence you. You understand? Somebody got to influence you. You just got to realize that.
I don't nobody
And then,
believe you.
and then you know the thing about it too. Even though you say,
Yeah,
yo, this person influenced me. I could watch your movements. I could listen to your cadence and realize, nah, I
yeah,
hear that one there before. I know where that they come from. You understand? And that's just how the thing go.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
just how the thing go. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know. I listen to a couple Alkaline songs. Alkaline had a song called Moving Mountains. If I never hear that, I need to go listen to it. And every time I listen to Moving Mountains, I get me feeling something. And I hook up myself and think, because the tune's a big tune. You understand? That's just how the thing go. That's the
So
business.
you hook up
That's
his
what it
set.
go. That's what it go. I tell
Adele
you.
say he never listen to Alkaline song. I don't want to believe nobody believe Adele with that one there.
Adele, if you go listen to Moving Mountains and then call me in 9.5 months, I know what happened. Don't worry.
But Fleek, I guess, is the biggest song that he produced. Cause some argue that
No, man.
Fleek is the biggest song in dancehall
In dancehall history,
right now in the last 10 years.
no.
It said that what the numbers are show. You're not serious.
No.
Nobody believe you, Adele.
The,
Adele, you
the
could say
four,
what
the
you
four, the
want.
four. You know what I feel like? Honestly, the four biggest tune in the last 10 years. If you count Fever in the last 10 years, Fever, Taliban, Drift, and Tyrant. Straight up.
Tyrant.
Tyrant.
No. I mean, shout out to Tyrant. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
No,
to Tyrant. But no, no, well,
and I tell
definitely
you,
no. No, I mean, years now, me I say Massacre, I mean, run the space, but um, I was shocked when they say it for real, and then I look it up and I was like, damn, Fleet got numbers. Fleet got numbers.
I understand you got numbers. You know what I watch. You know what I watch, and I tell you how they judge a tune. Okay, you got
Go
the
ahead.
tune good. Hey, when I go outside,
Mm-hmm.
is how I judge a tune. The first time I see Drift, I went out and I see Drift. I didn't know what Drift was. I see the dance, and I see the dance floor clear out,
Yeah,
and I see man start to hey. I said, what am I doing? And I
yeah, but
realized it's like 35 people line up in the middle of the dance floor, and then I start to bust the dance and say, yo, this tune is a serious tune. By the second time, the next DJ come on and the DJ play it again, everybody bust the same dance. I say, okay, this is a big tune. Same thing with Taliban's. When Taliban's was, I hear people saying, da 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 da. I said, what the fuck is, and like they had the da 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 and like a loop for like 2 minutes, and everybody singing da da da. Like, yo, what the hell is this? Everybody singing da da da. Like, what kind of baby song is this? When them man boss it, say about from which part, I say, yo, whoever this tune belong to, whoever sing that song, yeah, they gone clear. And at that point, I didn't know it was Byron Messiah tune. I just hear the da 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 da, and the DJ had it on a loop, just loop it, and I hear everybody get, and then the DJ do the DJ say, everybody go by the bar, get that drink, and when you come back, I'm gonna play this song, and people are like, yo, what's going on? Harry, you mute again, man. You mute again, man. You mute again. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Me hear nothing you're saying. But for real, like that's what me the judge a tune. So Fleek is a good tune, yes, but the reaction of Fleek get publicly ain't what some of these other songs get. I mean, for Alkaline, I will give Couple Dogs a bigger. Yeah, anyway, you're back.
Yeah.
I will give Couple Dogs a bigger reaction than Fleek. Like Couple Dogs are some serious reaction on it too.
It's not even a Couple Dogs. Right here, something.
I mean, this song, yeah.
No, but you see, you're not going to react to Fleek the way how the ladies then react to Fleek.
No, but it ain't about me reacting. I mean, I react to no tune now. When me go party, me gonna lean up against a wall, and me gonna have my apple juice in the corner, and me just watch.
We can test it.
And when I watch it, I say, oh, this is what's going on. Them man go on with things.
We can test it.
Yeah, the thing about it is, listen, you know what? You know what else again? I see one of the biggest reaction to ever.
Man's name say after all. Yeah, definitely.
When first time I went out and I hear Sincere after Sincere hit on one play, and I see the reaction, I say, okay, this is it.
Then girls love that.
This
is
it.
Then girls love that.
Yeah, this is it.
And when it happens to them, they're vexed, but they love it. No, After All is a big tune. I get that. You know what I mean? I got it. After all. But I'm just saying what I heard, eh? I'm just saying what I heard. It goes based on the numbers.
Hey, you saw a tough house, say, because yourself tough house. Sit by the bar and cool. That's me, dog. And I go make me juice, apple juice by the bar. Me and me apple juice by the bar. Yes.
Yeah. Appleton.
Apple juice.
Appleton.
Talking shoppiness.
Appleton. Anyway, Reese, I mean...
Hey, listen. Appleton go for a rum punch, All right.
But Appleton is the best thing for rum punch. There's nothing else we can compare. Whenever me make a rum punch, I'm making it with Appleton. And Appleton you could sponsor us if you want, but that's what we do.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Adele, you're right. When the first time I hear Shake It to the Max too, I was out and I didn't even know this thing had a dance till I see even man doing the dance and I say, well, what kind of thing going on here? But that is it.
I don't like the Shake It to the Max. I don't like that song.
No, I like the Shake It to the Max business too. Yeah. I don't call me face on the shopping so, but no.
No.
But because somebody said watch everybody do it.
Yeah, me like the Skilly Bang part. Me like when Skilly Bang come in. Me like to sing that part there. Me love that. Me like to sing that part there. The first part, the opening line is my line.
What?
Yeah,
what she love?
Okay.
Bad man she love.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We gotta close it off. You know, Reese and I just passed through a little bit pan Real Talk corner. You know, we go. Summer coming up, so we're gonna be hot this summer. We're gonna do things and we touch up the place a little more. Yeah, we have to. We have to.
The summertime is here. Music coming out, so we're gonna be back to release some music. Big up to X-Ray. Big up to the ADC band. ADC done link with. They got some music coming out. We're gonna reach out to a couple other people. We're gonna have some releases here, and of course, the summer
of
countdown
course.
will be here, live and lively.
We
So
do
I
it.
can't wait about it. The summer countdown gonna be here, and everybody gonna vex with me again. But we don't mind.
We might go do
know
it.
them.
Oops.
Him
Reese, I
not
want to
walking
play
in
this.
police yet. You understand? Me have to go hear a guilty verdict in court at this time as a young youth. If him did bust it, you know, and come out, you know, I'll tell you something, you know. Him would have been the richest DJ ever walk in Jamaica, you know, in a 1 year time, you know. I mean, I ask that, you know.
Apart from him becoming rich.
I just been want people to remember that. Reese, we gotta go because we can't hold up the man too much.
That was Ninja talking about Cartel.
Yeah.
And he said Cartel had bossy case.
Yeah.
And he said if Cartel had bossy case, he'd have been the richest DJ.
Yeah. 1 year time.
Me ain't gonna lie to you. I understand what's going on. But you see that 13 years of Cartel spent in jail? You see that 1.5 million? Remember, I gonna tell you. Remember, I tell you that by 2026, a promoter will come out and say he paid Cartel 2.2. And he just still off.
You believe the demand going up?
Cartel going to get 2.2.
Reese. Remember, me and you been a talk, no? Because me don't forget things late. You and I were talking. When Cartel had sell out the first wave of tickets, you tell me, you say bye. That end up like a bojo. You say bye. I bet you they're gonna come out and they're gonna drop the prices.
But hold on. Wait, pause. Remember they dropped the local ticket, them, eh? The ticket them online, they keep the same price, but the tickets in Jamaica, they drop the prices them. The tickets on the ground, they drop the prices them.
No. That was for a day. That was for a day. But
did it happen? So that I was correct. Did it happen? If it happened, then I was right.
No. He dropped them like what, 150 US for bleachers. So that the fans them, you man understand the fans them the fans them want to be a part of this. So you understand. I also believe Cartel drop the price too.
You know, let me show you how smart Cartel was, right? If you go back and look at it, Cartel drop the price around the same time that was paid for Jamaica.
Anyway, before we get copyright strike, you know, from Universal.
But blessings to everybody.
Yeah,
Thank everybody for signing in and tuning in. Summertime we're gonna do summer shows, man. We're gonna rock out summer shows. Big up to Tough House. We're gonna get some rum punch. We're gonna knock in some rum punch for you. And when we touch in, we're gonna link
touchdown.
All of that.
Touchdown.
Clear,
we go.
Clear immigration.
Oh shoots, man. We don't get strike with that song here too, you know. We don't get strike one lot of songs now. I gotta pull this out of rotation. Hey, make sure Heavy fix up the song, you know. The outro song. Cause the outro song, the outro song that we got striking us. So you know that go. Anyway, everybody.